Hello. Now we may start the interactive session with the first question. When the question is raised, the questioner may please stand up for a while. The first question is by Dr. A.C. Rao. Okay. Recent media reports suggest that Dattatreya Hosobology advocate for India keeping a window of dialogue open with Pakistan and continuous spotting and people-to-people contact, etc. Is this the view of RSS? What useful objective would be achieved by talking to people of a nation whose sole promise is to destroy India?
So, Dattaji was asked a question. So his reply will be in that frame only. On the subject of Pakistan, what RSS thinks, that was not the question. Question was, can this people-to-people action happen? So, Pakistan is state. Pakistan people. State is anti-India. And the government has answered that if गोली है तब तक बात नहीं होगी, terrorism है तब तक बात नहीं होगी. That is the answer. Regarding the state of Pakistan, whatever our national policy does, we are for it. लेकिन पाकिस्तान में जो लोग हैं, उनमें बहुत लोग हैं जो कहते they say this division of Bharat, partition of Bharat was the wrong thing. Many journalists, they come on television and they tell that RSS is good organization. They are organizing Hindus. What is bad in that? So, there is a distinct undercurrent of people being anti-Pakistan, anti-two-nation theory. And they say that we can live together. To live together was the better way. So, what is our solution? Let be the Pakistan. What is the Bharatiya solution for such things? Anyay, Atyachar has to be vanquished. There is no other way. But if there is something good, that has to be preserved. Dattaji was asked about people, not about state. And a typical Hindu thinks like that. Sadbhavana, that is our nature. If tomorrow, imagine that the Pakistan state will be broken completely by some Indian onslaught, Bharatiya onslaught. In war will defeat it beyond repair. What are we going to do with the public of Pakistan? We have to digest them. We have to bring them back to Hindu fold. Or at least, if they cannot, generations together, now they have been in that Islamic tradition, so they cannot leave it. Then they have to be there peacefully, without hating others, without considering others to be false. All these things they have to do. We are not like Hitler. That is not our nature. That is not our way. So we have to keep some door open. We have to keep the scope open for these things. That is why he must have answered it. RSS doesn't have an independent policy about a foreign nation. In those situations, whatever government does about that, so our government, we may give suggestions. But whatever government decides, we have to be with the government policy about foreign nations. That we do. Okay. Next.
The next question is by Sajiv Parameshwaran Nair. You may please stand up for a while. The question is, spiritual acharyas have always been guiding us. Is the Sangh utilizing the service of such gurus who are Brahmanishtas and Shrotriyas? If not, will it make efforts to do so?
The first part you have omitted. Huh?
Your face now speaks 10 languages. Your dog can do podcast intros. Your meme page finally has a voice. With Avatar 4, turn any image, cartoon, anime, pet, whatever, into a talking head that actually lip syncs. No deep fakes, no uncanny valley, just audio synced magic. Content creation just leveled up. Upload, type, share. Avatar 4 is live. Go play.
Some hotel utilize the services of our driver. Oh, no, not like that. Spiritual persons have to be revered and to be heard. Their advice has to be followed. We keep always in contact with the Dharma Jagat, the world of Dharma in Bharat. We keep on meeting persons. Now, who is Brahmanishta and who is not? How to identify that? That is a problem. Only Brahmanishta can know who is Brahmanishta. Appearances are not exactly telling us what is happening. So that is a very difficult topic. We bow before all. And whatever they say, we hear. Whatever we can do and we should do, we do. But at times, those especially who live away from public life, they do not know everything. Whether they are Brahmanishta or not, we don't check. We consider everybody to be Brahmin. Then ground realities, if they don't know and they tell us something, we have to see our Viveka first. That is how we do it. But we have respect for all dharmic persons. We keep on meeting them. We hear their advice. We do many things out of that.
Next question is by Anil Kumar Pandala. You may please stand up for a while, please. It is my humble belief that sustainable growth has to rely substantially on fundamental strengths of a region. If every region or country has its own unique and fundamental sociological strengths that help us. In the context of Bharat, the fundamental strength has been in family values and deeply rooted cultural diversity. Whether anything is being done by RSS to counter the erosion of the family values and cultural traditions. Is there a targeted action plan to instill a deep sense of respect for our heritage and values among the youth of our nation, particularly in a state like Kerala?
See, this installation of values has to start not in youth. It has to start before that. Because a boy looks to his parents and other elders in the family till he is 12 years of age. After that, in teenage, he goes out and he experiments. If we try to tell him something, he will rebel. That is the general property of that age. So, lalayet panchavarshani dashavarsham tu tadayet prapte tu shodashe varshe putram mitra vadacharet. After certain age, you cannot dictate them. You have to reason with them. Values, when we instill them, we have to instill particular habits of behavior. And that habit forming must be starting from very young age. Up to 3 years of age, general direction of one's personality is made up. Mainly by the mother's teaching. First guru of a child is mother. And up to 3 years, he opts for good, or if he doesn't get enough samskars, he may go astray. After that, he obeys. And whatever form we give him to implement, he gets it inculcated in his nature as a habit. So we say action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a nature. Sow a nature, reap a character. This is the process that has to go on from 5th years to 12 years. After that, he will go out. He will try to experiment on different ways, contrary ways. What he has found in his got in his home, he will try to reject it. Just experimenting. At that time, he has to be given love, and without imposing, we have to bring him to right path. After 25, he is independent. If this foundation is pakka, then he will never go astray. Even by some quirk of fate, he is led astray, he will come back. So, that process has to start in the home. That is, parental education is a must. Sangh is doing something about it. Many Mahatmas also are doing something about it. In certain sampradayas like Swaminarayan, there is a Ghar Baithak, household meeting, regular, saptahi, weekly. There, such type of question and answers go on. So, did you touch the feet of your parents yesterday or tomorrow morning? Like that questions. And through those questions, particular knowledge and habits are developed. In the same way, there is one, I said 5 initiatives, life-changing initiatives. First of them is Samajik Samarstha. Second is Kutumba Prabodhan. Family is the social unit. Like we have cells in our bodies. A cell contains in its nucleus a complete prototype of the individual. So if you get one cell, out of the chromosomes, you can clone the individual. Like that, family contains the social DNA. It is center, traditionally, and even now, it is the center of our economics. It is the center of our social and cultural values. It is the center today, nowadays, of our politics also. So, all social training, people get inside the family. Now, in that family, to communicate the education, there must be dialogue. That dialogue has been lost. Both members are earning members. They go out and they come in the evening. They are tired. Children come from the school. They are also tired. After eating something, everybody has a mobile. So they open our mobile and 1, 2, 3 hours together, they sit like this. Nobody talks to nobody. Nobody knows what everybody else is doing. That percentage has been increasing. So we say in Kutumba Prabodhan, there should be a weekly Mangal Samvad of the family. At an appointed time on an appointed day, each week, everybody must come to home till that time. Have bhajan according to your Shraddha. Then partake the homemade meal, and then sit together and chat together for say 3 hours, 4 years like that. Everybody must be present. Even small children must sit there. Even a child of 6 months, he should be present. He may sleep or he may cry, but he will be there. That Shravana Sanskar is there. And what to talk about? First thing is our family and its tradition. Who were our ancestors? Where from we came here? What great things our ancestors did? What are we doing? Are we fit to tell their name? Are we fit to boast about our this virasat, in heritage? What should be done about that? No dictation, just discussion. And then some consensus will come. So that consensus should be applied. And discussion should go on. Second thing, our land, Bharat, its tradition, its culture, what is glorious in that, what is time tested. We have to about to date some change must come according to times. Values do not change, but expression changes. So what has to be changed? What should not be changed? Do we have that tradition in our family house? All these discussions. And then consensus has to be implemented. And third topic, we do something for us every day. We do something for our family every day. We spend daily for our family and ourselves. We spend time daily for our family and ourselves. Now, because our identity involves the family identity. I am Mohan. There are 4 or 5 Mohans sitting that I know. There may be more in the audience. So, which Mohan I am? I am Bhagwat. So, my family is part of my identity. Without my family, my identity is incomplete. Same way, without my country and so many units in between of village, of prant, these are all the parts of my identity. So I do everything really for myself and my family. What do I do for my country really? Start from your village, your neighborhood. Everybody, even a boy of 10 years can do something. At least he can save his textbooks and give for the next year student. Many things that can be reused. At least he can go to his friends, poor friends, and help them in some way. He can teach something to younger children who don't have privilege to have coaching or something. He can teach something. There are many ways in which everybody can serve. So this should be discussed. What I do, how much time I spend for my society, how much expenditure I do daily for my society. And whatever consensus, everybody should take some resolve and complete it. Like that, this Mangal Samvad should go on each week. At least this will create a dialogue. And when there is dialogue, generations understand each other. Otherwise, there is generation gap. If you are in continuous dialogue with your children, you know what they... Till that dialogue is there, you know. When they grow up and come, especially when they are in teenage, this dialogue lessons. And therefore, you do not understand why they are behaving like that. And though they don't understand my parents are behaving like this. So that dialogue should go on. Through that, generations to generations, our samskars have come. then whatever we say, we tell them, it should be there in our life. Because young generation, they reject hypocrisy. Many times it so happens, we preach them and we don't practice. Small things. So that we have to do. In our family atmosphere, this sanskar, these values, this bond of the family, it must be there. So Sangha is doing something, that is Kutumba Prabodhan Gatividhi. We have a separate Gatividhi for that, and we are doing it. We will take it to every household. Our Swayamsevaks will start it first in their homes, and then they will take it to the neighborhood. In this way, it will spread. But many other institutions are also doing this. We may do it or we may not do it, but you can start from today at your household. There is nothing in this. Just you have to start doing it. No expenditure, no extra time. So please experiment. You will know the value. Okay, sir. Okay.
Next question is by Dr. Jayasri R.S. She may please stand up for it. She has put up 3 questions. I shall read one by one.
Oh, yes.
The first question is, looking ahead to the next century, what role do you envision for RSS in shaping India's future? This is the first question. 2 more questions are there. Despite unprecedented digital connectivity, loneliness and social fragmentation are increasing even within the families. How can we help preserve meaningful human relationships in the age of artificial intelligence and visual interactions? Third question is, India's demographic landscape is continuously evolving, and different communities contribute to the nation's diversity in different ways. How can we ensure that the younger generations across all communities develop a shared commitment to preserving India's civilizational values, cultural heritage, and traditions while remaining fully integrated into the broader national identity?
Now, regarding role of RSS for next 100 years, I think I have at least indicated what we are going to do. You see, this future is not to be shaped by one organization alone. Society is superior to everything. So it is superior to Sangha organization also. Whole of the society must decide to do this, then that will happen. So we have to organize the society first. One person cannot bring about change. One charismatic leader seems to bring about change, but it is not his charisma only. Society helps him. Society goes with him. Also our charismatic leader.
India versus peaceful sleep. पूरी रात कोई पोजीशन बदले, कोई बैक पेन को कैच करे. इसीलिए अपग्रेड टू The Sleep Company, India's first and only smart grid mattress. They soft comfort, firm back support, and 8 hours of peaceful sleep every night. The Sleep Company. Visit your nearest store now.
Happening that at this society. Nobody can stop. That umpteen times we have witnessed in recent history of our country. So we want to prepare that society, and we are trying to 2 steps. First, expansion of our work, taking our shaka to every mohalla and every village, and then to every household. But not only that, there are so many people who are doing something for the good of the country. So this is the Sajjan Shakti. It is 40 times bigger than the Durjan Shakti. That is our experience. We have to just network them. And through the small things, Small initial steps make things come into office. So that is the working methodology of RSS. We are doing it, and we are going to do it. Then technology is going to come. Nobody can prevent it. It's sort of a race. If other countries have some technology, we don't have it, we lag behind. And as world is today, every country tries to dominate every other country, except Bharat. That is the nature. Everybody has shown. So we have to be, for our defense also, we have to be expert in every technology. We have to take care that we have to adapt the technology so that it becomes humane. Secondly, it should not become our master. We should be masters of it. Then only we can do it, to use the technology in human way. So these two things we have to take care of. For that, we have to be experts in the technology. But we can check. We can check because excessive use of technology dims your own personal capacity. Now, if in metros, you go to any household and ask the children, tell me what is 15 plus 27. He will straightway bring out his calculator in his mobile and then answer. Answer will be correct. But he cannot add up it in his own mind, which we used to do. So I read a novel long back titled 3034. So in common era, 3034, there is a gold mine operated entirely by machines. There are only 3 persons who sit there just protect the surroundings. And there is electrical failure and line goes off. For 9 minutes, it remains dark. Then line suddenly comes. Then the company director phones directly. You were there for 9 minutes. Tell me how many trolleys did not come up due to failure of electricity. One by one trolley was going up, taking gold ore. Now they say, how can we tell? We don't have calculator. We don't have that machine. So we have to go back to our homes, which are 24 kilometers away. But one of them said, don't worry, we'll send an answer. 9 minutes, 3 trolleys per minute, it is 27. With apprehension, they sent that answer, 27. And of course, 27 is correct. Director asked them, how come you could tell this? I expected that you will delay for 1 day. They say that one of us has in his family an ancient Vidya, which can tell without machine. So company takes his family into their own custody. We protect the secret, new technology. But other companies, they get smell of that and they try spying, kidnapping him. He has to go through all the trials. Then government knows. The government grabs him and his family. They put him in their own custody. Other countries know. When that spy thing goes on. And in all this, one day he is murdered. And that Vidya permanently goes away with him. So, this meaning was the dimming of human capacities. That is a danger. So, excessive dependence on that technologies must be avoided. To keep our capacities alive, we have to have some exercise. All these things should be taken care of. And therefore, we have to be very alert. You should not oppose technology is going to come and technology has its uses. We should use it for the good of the humanity and society. But we should take care that we should be master and it should not dim our human capacities. Now, about younger generation, I must tell you one thing from my experience. Don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. The younger generation is more honest, more enthused towards patriotism. If they get the right appeal, they are the makers of future India. But there are no people who can give right appeal, honest appeal. Younger generation wants to serve, wants to give back, and wants to see prosperous and strong India. But we have to give them an honest appeal. We have to again lead them by example. There, the older generation falls short. So, whatever you want to happen in younger generation, first check, is it happening in your own generation, in your own household? Are you taking care so that they get that atmosphere? If we correct that, everything else will happen automatically. We have a very good young generation, fortunately, nowadays. We go to college students, teenagers. Okay, there is technology, there is this and that. They know how to master it. They are fish of that water. They know how to swim in that. Our generation, it is over for us. So let them use it, give them purpose, and give them values, habits. They will definitely steer the boat, the ship of our country towards prosperity and strength. That is what I feel.
Next question is by Harisankar Pandalai, retired professor IIT Mumbai. You may please stand up for a minute. The nations, states, religions, and communities are artificial constructs of human social structure. What vision could RSS have towards mankind as a whole, and what can be done towards fulfilling this vision?
Vision we inherit from our ancestors, and it has been a lifelong mission of our nation. One of our Karyakartas, Sri Dadarao Parmath, described RSS, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, is realization of the world vision of the Hindu nation. World mission of the Hindu nation. So it is our mission, Indian mission. Bharatiya mission is to give dharma to the world. And dharma connects everything. Dharma includes everything. All these diversities of nations, states, religions, communities, they are united by this. Everything which we classify as good and bad, animate, inanimate, all these dualities are over in the reign of Dharma. You see, Shibiraja's story is very famous. You also know that. The dove came to Shibiraja's darbar and asked for shelter. The hawk was chasing it. After some time, hawk came to darbar and asked Raja for the dove. I want to eat it. Raja said, now he is under my protection. It is my dharma to protect him. And he has done nothing bad. It is his dharma to protect his life. So I will not let you have the dove. Now, the hawks put a second question. You are talking of dharma. You know, nature has given me dharma to eat the dove. It is my duty also, my dharma also, to protect myself. If I will not eat, I will die hungry. So, by hampering my dharma, how can you establish your dharma? Dharma is not like that. Dharma brings welfare, goodness, peace to all. Now, what is the solution? There is no solution. There are only three alternatives. Raja can say, let the doe die. Or Raja can say, let the eagle die. Or Raja can say, this is not the matter of our jurisdiction. You go to some other court. Only dharma has solution here. Chibi Raja says, you are right. It is your dharma. Protecting the doe is my dharma. And protecting his own life is his dharma. And dharma should be established. All these three should be fulfilled. So you have to eat meat, not compulsorily doe meat. So I will give you meat from my own body in equal weight of the doe. So by sacrificing himself, Chibi Raja protects the dharma. That dharma, which human beings, being the leader of the animate things of the world, they have to protect this dharma by their own dutifulness. They are talking of rights. They are not talking of duties. Because their worldview is incomplete. They say might is right. And therefore there is always a fight. So to win the fight, you have to be strong. And anyhow win the fight. That is why there is all this. Dharma says, might is not always right. Only might is not right. You have to see everybody as your own. And accordingly, you have to restrain yourself. You have to give from what you have got. Then only you will live. And everything will live. That is the sustainable development. This dharma connects all. In spite of all these diversities, keeping them intact, respecting them, accepting them, dharma brings everybody, everything together and guides them towards the real progress. Not only material, also spiritual progress. So, that vision has been given to us by our ancestors. They said, you have to be example of how to live dharmic living. Etad desha prasutasya sakashadagra janmanat swam swam charitram shiksheran prathivyam sarvamana. Our nation was given birth to by the tapas of these rishis. When they realized that everything is one, so everybody is ours. So this knowledge which brings shashvat happiness, that has to be imparted to the whole world. As an apparatus, this nation was created. Not by kings, it was by rishis. Bhadraminchanta rishiyasvarvidaha tapo diksham upase duragre tato prashtram balam ujasya jata. The well-meaning rishis performed a very difficult penance. That gave rise to our rashtram balam oja. So this is the very thing we are here for. We have to get ourselves prepared for this thing. Then all these things, they will be over. How? We will cross the bridge when we are reaching. At this stage, we have to prepare ourselves first. Then we can teach the world. How? At that time, that generation will decide.
Next question is by Air Vice Marshal Dr. T.P. Madhusudan, retired. Sir, please. In Malabar Rebellion, violence had been perpetrated by religious leaders, harnessing the soldiers who were sent back home by the British after a short military career during the First World War. They, being unemployed, became pawns of the fanatics. During Operation Blue Star, Army faced effective defense of Golden Temple due to Major General Shahib Singh's military planning. He was a decorated soldier who was terminated who was terminated by the day before his retirement due to political animosity of the government, as he did not comply with some questionable orders given to him. He joined anti-government organizations of Bindravale. Retired military personnel coming under influence of undesirable elements can be dangerous. Is there an organizational strategy to ensure the young Agnivers who are discharged from the military are guided to nationalism and prevent them from falling prey to anti-national influences?
Everybody has to take care of this. The military, our military particularly, I get to know it from military officers, has a very good tradition of patriotism. That should be strengthened again. It should be applied to everyone. In Agnivir program also, they have to do that. But that is government matter. A voluntary organization should not meddle in military affairs. And no political party should meddle in military affairs. Military should be kept above all this. They should have direct connect to the society. They should not be separate from society, but they should be separated from the differences arising due to opinions. They should always be trained in the way that nation and duty is supreme. And I think that our military has got that traditions. Military officers also, those who manage the military generals also, they are also learning from.
Hey Meta, play a song that fits my vibe.
Hey Meta, start recording.
My deposition, raised neck, a tight lip.
Hey Meta, tell me about this movie.
And many of Agnivirs have somehow come to our shakas first. We have to extend our reach. So we can, our organizational scheme is this. To the whole society, we are going to give the spirit of Deshabhakti. Particularly for Agnivirs, there is no yojana because I don't think it is proper to do. But for society, youth, who are future Agnivirs, we can do that and we are doing that. Thank you.
Next question is by Advocate Varghese St. George. As the RSS completes nearly a century of public life, which of its core ideas has stood the test of time most successfully, and which idea or practice has required the greatest rethinking in response to a changing India?
The basic values and permanent things have been time tested. We need not change that. Because they have arisen not out of any theoretical thinking. They have arisen from the live experience from the society. And so many who are working for this society. So, those are all right. But the outward expressions, like we have to change our uniform, half pant, full pant, we change that. Many programs we changed. On some issues we have changed our articulation. Content is the same. But so that people understand it, we have to change articulation. Such changes are a normal feature of Sangh methodology. But the core values, that is Hindustan is Hindu Rashtra. Hindu is a cultural and civilizational identity, not a religion. That thing. And without organization of the society, no endeavor, national endeavor, can achieve its full success. And to be society like that, we have to have a country-wide network of selfless workers who can become example before the society. With their exemplary character and behavior, they will create an atmosphere. So, in our particular terms, we say Vyavastha Parivartan is not possible without Samaj Parivartan, and Samaj Parivartan can be achieved only through Vyakti Nirman and Seva. These basic things are time tested and they are working, and on the basis of that, every section of the society now thinks क्या कहते हैं अनुकूल to the Sangh. And if you have anything particular in mind, you can write a letter. So if our adhikaris find it right, we will rethink. We are always there. The most amenable organization to change is RSS. We can change everything except one thing. That is the basis. Hindustan, Hindu Rashtra hai. Our third Sarsanga Chalak once answered in our Pratin Sabha. He, barring this, Hindustan, Hindu Rashtra hai, everything can change in Sangh. Another of our adhikaris jokingly said that barring the change from male to female or female to male, every change can happen in Sangh.
This question is by Dr. A. Sarath Kumar Kolla. Considering the evolving societies, family values, technologies, and methodologies, how do RSS plan to place itself in Bharat for the next 100 years and more?
You got the answer already? Huh? Hi, Sarath Kumar. You got the answer already. There was like question like that. Our role for next 100 years, expansion of our work, taking Pancha Parivartan everywhere, organizing the Sajjan Shakti, not necessarily joining them to Sangha or converting them to Sangha, what they are, how they think. If they are honest, working selflessly for the country, we will include them in all network. That type of Sajjan Shakti, Sangatana or Jagran, we are going to do. And this organized society and that atmosphere will propel everything else for the benefit of this country. That is our take, and we will do it.
This question is by Dr. Vinu Mogambia Medical College. In the new national education policy, English is considered as a foreign language. If Urdu can be considered as an Indian language, can't we also consider English as an Indian language? Since we have a history of absorbing values, cultures, and making it our own. Also, since science is predominantly conducted in English, won't it help our scientific progress?
कौन सा क्वेश्चन है? क्रम उल्टा उल्टा. तो English is a foreign language. I am not criticizing English. It is a fact. Urdu was made up in the markets of Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, etc., etc. It is a mixture of Persian, the Sadhu language, Khadi Boli, Avdi, Braj, etc., etc. It was not made out of foreign soil. English is a language spoken by the English people living on the island of England. So, calling foreign doesn't mean derogating it. French is a foreign language. English is a foreign language. There are so many languages which are foreign, and we don't have any quarrel with any language. But why to say that, no, it is also our language? No, it is not. And it doesn't make any difference. If we want to learn English, we can. We can absorb whatever we can from whole world. Ano bhadra kratavo yantu vishwataha. But that doesn't mean that we can change our values. We will never. Those values which define us, we will never change. We will never ask the English to change their core values to achieve the unity. That is the beauty. The basic diversities of nations are there. They have to be accepted and respected because they are naturally there. They are not man-made. By tradition, they were shaped. And those have become the integral nature of that society, that nation. We can copy dress. We now rarely we wear dhoti or lungi also. In 71, I came to Kerala. I was a college student in University Youth Festival here in Thiruvananthapuram. We were amazed to see in our region, nobody wore dhoti or something. In colleges, full pants. Here, people were with mundus. It was common custom. We also felt happy. Nowadays, I think it has changed. It has changed. That can change. It doesn't matter. But that doesn't mean that we can change our family structure. That doesn't mean that we can change our concept of relation and adopt the concept of contract. That is wrong. It will lead us to some peril. It is leading the world to some peril. So, we do absorb and we are not against it. But what to absorb, that we have to decide. The Shashwat things are never changed. We don't absorb any foreign material there. And it is not because it is something derogatory or something. No. It is our character. It defines us. So, we have to stick to that. I have answered it.
This question is by Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, Amar Maternity Hospital, Maternity and Fertility Center. This question has two parts. As the people of Kerala who are expressing publicly as Hindu or RSS or BJP supporters are isolated and made to suffer something like a social apartheid and oppression by the so-called secular parties, their governments and organizations. Has the Sangh any program or plans to protect them, their job, their profession, their institutions and their family from harassment or ruin? How the organization has any plan to protect them? That is the first question. And another question is, our rival organizations are spending crores of money to edit and rewrite history to their advantage. Has Sangh any program to engage able people to tackle it and read it and rewrite the distorted history and insert the actual history of Bharat Samskriti and true stories of our heroes?
वो कहाँ है? Second part कहाँ? So, in present day Kerala, you are finding that situation, but such was the situation in Bengal up to this election. Such was the situation in Assam few years before. Even such was the situation in Maharashtra. There also murders have happened. People are harassed. That situation was there. But it slowly changed. Here also it will slowly change. And it didn't change because Sangha provided some protection, etc. Our Swayamsevak's grit, that caused the transformation. Expansion of work is the only guarantee. In Sangha, we don't give any incentive, nothing. Sangha's appeal is, come and give. We will take everything away from you. We will not even say thank you to you. So people ask me, what I will get from Sangha? You will not get anything. You will lose everything. If you accept that, come to Sangha. If you don't come, please. If you want something, then you better be away. Sangha will be protected. You will be also safe. So, who protected Dr. Edgewar? Who protected so many Swayamsevaks all over the country? It is always a risk. Working for the country is always a risk. Once Kennedy had said about America, ask not for what America does for you. Ask what you are doing for America. Sangha is appeal like that, and therefore many untoward influences are filtered automatically before person enters Sangha. So we want to keep it that way. We don't have any appeal to give. We have the appeal to take. We have appeal to give. In Marathi, list, suchi. We call it yadi, yadya. Singular, plural, yadya. So every Sangha program starts with list. First we prepare list of workers, list of expected attendees, etc., etc. Yadya. Ya and dya, if we break it, it means come and give. So our Pranta Sangha Chalak there, he used to say, in Sangha, everything is yadya. One thing is list, another thing is come and give. There is no gya. There is no taking, only giving. We want to keep it that. And that appeal has benefited us. Sangha has never stopped growing. It is growing. And in every situation, our Swayamsevaks, they fought. They went ahead. They never looked back. An incident I have to now tell me, it touched my heart. I went to Kutuparam when our Shaji, our worker, was murdered. After 40 days, I went there. And there was a gathering of 800 Swayamsevaks. And they had a collective song, Sangik Geet. Meaning of the Geet was, we know this way is fraught by danger. Because as we go forward, we see bodies of our colleagues. We see their broken legs, hands, their severed heads, and bones and everything. We know this is the way, but we'll never look back. We'll go ahead and we'll get the goal done. That is Sangha. Dusra kya hai? Once again, read the second part. Second part.
Our rival organizations are spending crores of rupees to edit and rewrite history to their advantage. Has Sangh any program to engage able people to tackle it and re-edit and rewrite the distorted history and insert the actual history of Bharat Samskriti and true stories of our heroes?
There is one Itihas Sankalan Samiti. Another is Baba Sahab Apte Smarak Samiti. Third one is Pradnya Prabha, an organization working in intellectual field. They together do it. And in formation of NEP, some institutions that participated with Vidyarthi Parishad, Vidya Bharati, etc., etc. They also have given this content to the history syllabus there. And now it is coming in. I think this year, up to 12-year history books have been written. Changed history, not change history, the true history. Whether it is in favor of our ideology or not. If it has happened, it will be mentioned. Nothing will be covered up. That type of history is necessary. And in social field, these three organizations, they are working. The Sindhu River. How come it came into history now? So it was actually unearthed. Now it flows about 40.
Want something free on every single trip? All of your expenses from groceries to subscriptions to UPI payments can be put on this KPR co-branded credit card. It will take all of this spending and turn into travel rewards. Plus, there is zero forex markup and the card is free of cost.
Its Ugam, Laksha Prastravani is there. A 40 kilometer stream is there. Mapping has been done. INSAT has found that there is still a very robust flow of the river is underground, many feet underground. So all these things have happened due to their activity. Many things are coming to light. Many history corrections are there to be made. In social media, there are written books. You can go to Sangh Bhandar and find those books with the actual history of Bharat, right from Aryan theory, etc., etc. Everything has been properly analyzed, the corrections made, and the errors dispelled out. Now, that coming into syllabus is a slow process, but that is also happening. So it will happen one day. And whether it is in syllabus or not, we can tell stories to our children of our real history. I did not learn Ramayana and Mahabharata in school or college. I heard it in my house. I did not know about Shivaji Maharaj through the textbooks. I heard it in social programs. That we can do.
This question is by Advocate Suresh Kumar S. He has got two parts. First part is the major hindrance to the Hindu unity is caste system. How do the RSS address this issue?
Now, when we say caste system, there is no system nowadays. Whether caste system is good or bad, that I am not telling that, but when it was there, it meant one profession, one caste. But now it is not so. Anybody can indulge himself in any profession. So that system is not there. What is going on is a chaos, namely caste. Avyavastha. It is not Vyavastha. And once it was there, it must have served its purpose. I don't know. But today we are of the firm opinion, our third Sarsanga Chalak, since Dr. Edgar, we are of this opinion, but is expressed publicly by Balasabji Devras in Pune Vasanta Vyakhyanmala, we support no discrimination. Anything that supports discrimination must go out lock, stock and barrel. And we started with Sangh actually in 1955. In Sangh, we act as if caste is not there. We don't mention caste, don't ask. We work together, years together, but we don't know what is caste of my colleague. When I was made Sarkari Vaha, Sureshji Soni was made Prachar. Media gave the news. Representation of OBC was fulfilled by making Soniji Prachar. So next day while taking tea, I asked Sureshji, are you from OBC? So he just like this, he smiled. Even today I don't know whether he is OBC or not. We don't go in there. We say caste is a darkness. So why are you beating it? It will not go away. Light one lamp, it will automatically dispel the darkness. So we draw a longer line. We are all Hindus. Oh yeah, okay. Your caste is there, your language is there, you are from this province, you are from this economic background, this, that. A lot of these things are there. But above all that, I am a Hindu, I am Bharat Mata's son. This is the only identity Sangha recognizes and works accordingly. And this creates an atmosphere wherein those who come to Shaka, they forget all this. So our plan is to change the hearts. The outward reparations cannot thrive unless there is change in heart. One of our Sangh chalaks, he had this surname Bhondu. Now, whether you understand, I don't know. Bhondu means a fraud. But his surname was Bhondu. So he made an affidavit and changed his name to Deshmukh. It is a common name in that part of Maharashtra. But everybody, he was an advocate. So everybody used to come where that advocate Deshmukh lives. So people in the neighborhood, who Deshmukh was? Someone said, but that Bhondu Deshmukh. So Bhondu did not go. So he again made second affidavit and returned to the original name. Out.
New season, huh? Let's get off to a fresh start.
We should charge from the very first ball.
Do we have everything we need?
Big basket!
Everything you need. Hey,
Delivered now!
If in our heart we know that we are sons of Bharat Mata, we can easily get rid of them. If in heart we know we are all human beings, there will be no necessity of quarrel. You have to change the heart. And Sangha starts with that. We do not mention caste. We say we are all Hindus. That is our scheme. And it is working steadily and slowly, but definitely.
An impression has been created that now India is being ruled by RSS or RSS sympathizers. Do you? The part two of the question.
Acha.
Do you think that RSS has achieved its goal that was set at the time of its founding?
The goal that was set at the time of founding is organizing the whole of the Hindu society. There was no mention of any power or election or government, nothing. That is not our aim. RSS never will rule. RSS will have its influence. But the people and the constitutional government will always rule. But that is decided every 5 years by people. Whatever they decide, that will happen. We do not strive for this. पथ का अंतिम लक्ष्य नहीं है सिंहासन चढ़ते जाना. सब समाज को लिए साथ में आगे है बढ़ते जाना. While we take the society along with us and go ahead, as a byproduct, it may happen that some Swayamsevak or some political party which claims to be nearest to the RSS or being inspired by the RSS thought, it may reach power. That doesn't mean RSS will, because our Swayamsevaks, they have been asked to work in whichever field they work within the bounds of discipline of that field. So every Swayamsevak who go to any government, state or center, he has to take an oath to work within the constraints of the constitution. So no government can be RSS government. That no government can be BJP government also. It is constitutionally Bharatiya government. So RSS doesn't rule, and RSS, that method is not there in Sangha. We do not rule, sir. We befriend. And we befriend anybody, everybody. So don't think that when there is no Swayamsevak in government, there is no friend of RSS in government. That also you should not. They do their duty, Swayamsevaks, they are in government. They do within their discipline, they work fine. We are carrying our work of organizing the society. We don't have any aspiration there. And that goal is still away. That is why I talked of the future.
This question is by Sasidharan B. Despite the fact that Gandhiji strongly opposed both the partition of India and religious conversions, certain right-wing activists still view him as an enemy. What is the underlying reason for this hostile attitude?
I don't know. You have to ask them. We do not. We as Sangh, Swayamsevaks, we have an Ekatmata Stotra, wherein daily we take name of Gandhiji. Ramano Malavi Yashri Sri Subramanian Subhasha Pranavananda Kranti Viro Vinayaka Kuro Bhimara Vacha Pule Narayana. नहीं उसके पहले तिलको गांधीरा धृताहा लोकमान्य तिलक and well respected Gandhiji. That name we daily take. We had some opinions, different opinions about his policies regarding the appeasement and extreme opposition of technology. But his pure life, dedicated life, selfless. You see, in 1922, he was when jailed in Yerwada. Congress committees, provincial Congress committee, decide to observe a Gandhi Day each year on 20th March. First such day was observed in Nagpur by Nagpur Pradesh Congress Committee. And they invited Dr. Hedgewar to speak about Gandhi. So Dr. Hedgewar said that Gandhiji is a Punya Purush. Whatever he thinks right, he pours all his might to realize that. And he gives everything. Not a single iota of any selfish thought is in his mind. So such a person must always be remembered. But only remembrance is not enough. We have to try to inculcate those values in our own life. Then Guruji was invited to celebrate Gandhi Jayanti at Sangh. His speech is available in Sri Guruji Samagra. You can read it. Gandhiji had visited in 1936 our Shibir in Varda. When he was in residence in the Valmiki colony of Delhi in the last days, the guardian duty was performed by 7 Sikhs. The Congress committee, in those turbulent days, Congress committee president there, he went to our Pranta Pracharak, Vasan Rao, and said, we cannot guard him. You send your volunteer. So for 1 month, guarding duty we performed. And on 27th September 1948, not 8, 7, Gandhiji came to our Shakha there. He delivered a Bodhik Varga speech. That speech has been printed in Harijan on the next day. It has been mentioned there. So our relations with Gandhiji were, and we consider Gandhiji in many way, he was a living ideal of Sanatana Dharma. That is our view. Then some individuals are there. I don't know why. You have to ask them. Or
as we conclude this enlightening session, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude.
oh, 1 minute, sir. Before I also express my sincere gratitude. You have been sitting so patiently and hearing my answers. But the thing remains to be reminded. Don't go on hearsay. Come and see Sangha from inside. And then if you think it is right, please contribute to work. You can be Shakha going Swayamsevaks, responsibility holding Swayamsevak. Or you can contribute to the Gatividhi, the outer circle, the Vivid Sangatans, in which Sarva Swayamsevaks are working. Or you can just support us. Or just you can keep us in contact and we will keep you in contact, and whenever occasion arises, help each other. Even that is impossible for you. At least you start doing selflessly some good work for the society. If honestly and selflessly you are working for the betterment of the society and country, we consider you to be our so-and-so, even if you don't know Sangh. There are some latent so-and-sos also. So Vinobaji Bhave said to our second Satsanga Guruji, Guruji, I am Asabhya Sabhya of your Sangh. So Asabhya in Marathi means uncivilized also. But he didn't mean that. He meant I am a member who doesn't go to Sabha. So there are so many members here, all over in the country, who are Asabhya Sabha. They don't come to Shakha. They might or might not be knowing anything about Sangha, but they are doing many good things selflessly, honestly, for the betterment of our society, and we consider them also as ours. So there are 5 options for you. Whatever suits you, you try to do it. That is the request. And again, thank you. I don't know my English, how much appeal to you, because it is not a language of my study and practice also. So thank you once again, and please.
As we conclude this enlightening session, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our respectful Param Pujaniya Sarsang Jalak for sharing such valuable insights and for engaging so thoughtfully with the questions raised during the discussion. We would also like to thank the distinguished audience for your attentive participation, perceptive questions, and meaningful contributions and suggestions. Your engagement has enriched the session and helped make it both stimulating and productive. We look forward to your participation in our future programs also. On behalf of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to each of you for your presence and participation. We are grateful for your time and interest. Thank you all. Let us now stand for the national anthem.